is going on, guys? It is YoungDan and welcome back to another FNAF TD2 video. In today's video I will be showing you how to get a lot of season 1 presents. Alright, so let's assemble the team. Alright, so this team is pretty simple. I'm gonna be using a level 16 our unit, that way guys know it's not rigged, but it's also very OP. So we're going to be using purple guy, we're going to be using the puppet, and everybody should have a withered golden Freddy. If you were unfortunate enough to not pull one, you can use Shadow Freddy, withered Freddy, any type of, you can use Mangle, you can use Foxy, just a high DPS unit. So you can use withered Freddy. I'm going to use withered Freddy, and then you're going to need a starter, best starter in the game, best unit in the game, withered Bonnie, and then one stat booster. So I'm going to be using this Balloon Boy. You can use the cupcakes, but Balloon Boy gives more range, so Balloon Boy is the way to go in my opinion. Alright, so this is the team. Level 16, the stat unit does not need to be leveled up. It doesn't really matter. Everything else is preferred to be leveled up to level 60. You want to use Haywire on the starter, so you know Bonnie has a lot of range already as it is, and then you're going to also be adding range on top of it. Withered Freddy is single, so he needs range, and the purple guy needs range as well, in my opinion, because his upgrades do not do him well. Puppet, I have Haywire on the puppet. Alright, let's get into the endless. I'm gonna show you on Tiny Task, so let's get into that endless. Alright guys, we are in the endless. So just so you know not to move, this is going to be a not moving macro. Very easy to set up, very easy to keep replaying. So you're going to want to start the macro. You're going to want the 2x speed first, start the game, and then click on your starter. It must be below 1,000 or 1,100. So I'm going to place the starter here, and you're just going to wait. You will get the money, you will leak a little bit. This has 100% clear rate. Bang. Look at that. Bang. 1,300, sorry. Look, we leaked a little bit. That's still not going to matter. Also have auto skip waves on. So turn that on before you record the macro. So. And then once you get enough money, you're going to want to place your Balloon Boys. It's in this vicinity, this little square here. From this little 90-degree angle to the Bonnie you placed right here, so everything is going to fit in here. So you have the Balloon Boy, you have another Balloon Boy. You only place 2 of them down, and then you're going to place your withered Bonnies in the back, because everything else is going to go in the front. So 3 withered Bonnies, and then once you get enough money, you can place down the purple guy, and you can place down 2 purple guys, or any nightmare of your choice. I'm doing withered golden Freddy as well. But Bonnie is required for these kind of things because you have to make it to wave 90. So Bonnie is required for this. You can use any other starter, but Bonnie just makes it a whole lot easier. I'm gonna place the puppet here. Your placements don't matter. Remember, you're going to upgrade the Balloon Boy. The Balloon Boy's range is going to go crazy, so you don't really need to place them in this area, but it's a lot easier for the macro if you just place it in this area. Alright, and we're going to place down our withered golden Freddy right here. And everything is still getting destroyed. Nothing's making it past. Okay, we got 4K, 1 purple guy here. And purple guy will also spawn in the endos, so don't worry. So, by wave, I think 15 or 20, this whole macro should be set up, depending on how many units you place down. And if they're cheap or expensive. You can realistically run all of this without the Balloon Boy and just add maybe Mango or another one of those units. But this is what I'm using. Also, you're going to want to utilize this button right here. You can click F, this button, and then upgrade all. And it's gonna upgrade all your units, and this is how the macro is gonna work. It's just gonna upgrade all your units. And then once that happens, once everything's maxed out, you don't have to do anything else. That's how simple this macro is. And you can just load into the game and press your replay button, and it'll always work. There has 100% clear rate. And this is how your favorite content creators, how the most experienced players are grinding for those presents right now. That is how they are doing it. And this is the most easiest, simple way. You can do it on, Nightmare 2, but this is way more easier, way more faster, way more efficient, 100% clear. So, as we approach wave 20, everything is, you see all the balloon boards are getting upgraded. So, you can stop the macro there. Don't stop the macro, but you can stop macroing for now until you get to wave 90. But this is just where you're gonna be at. So let's come back on wave 80 or so that way I can show you what to do after you get, or before you get to wave 90. Alright, so you should look at this screen here. So you lose, but you do get 36 XP, 1,000 coins, in 20 minutes. And then you click play again. And then you wait. I'm gonna show you real quick. You click play again. And then once you're loading, and then you're gonna stop the macro by hitting your record key again, and then F4 replay the macro. It'll play over and 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 over. But that's not why this macro is good. Okay, so let's go here. Return to lobby. Alright, let's let this load in real quick. The reason this macro is so used and such a big deal is because this thing can load any faster. You get 15 presents. I had no presents at the start of this. You get 15 presents for 20 minutes. It varies from 17 to 15. So you can get 7 to 15 presents every 20 minutes. And if you do this overnight, you will stack up a lot of presents. And there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to get this unit if you do what I just did. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll link Tide's Discord. I am YoungDan. Ask any questions you want about the macro, or if it's not working. Same thing on UG Phone, you just do it as well, the same way you did it on Tiny Task. If you guys did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, share, favorite, turn on post notifications, because guys, I'm dropping heat this week. Until then, I will see you guys really soon. Peace.